What's up, everybody? That's right. I just decided to go live at the drop of the hat. Well, actually, I have a confession to make here. The only reason I'm live is because the show I usually would watch in this time slot, the Grindhead Jim show, is not on today. Jim's having some trouble with his AC unit, and it's just impossible for him to stream, live, and play games and enjoy himself. So, Jim, we hope you get that figured out soon. Um, in the meantime, I hope I can fill in this spot as well as you could, or at least give it my honest college attempt here. Here in the chat, we've got George Valentine here. Good afternoon, good sir. How's it going? It's going great. And we got Mr. DJ Longhair. Yo! What is up? And we got my buddy Big Mike, Matic Plastic Toy Shop. Hey, Jonezer. I'm going to have to talk to Bill, Mike, and see if he will borrow me that awesome commercial he's got of yours, because I would love to play it on my show. If any of you guys out there are watching or listening or watching the replay, are in the market for some vintage toys or even newer toys, Manic Plastic Toy Shop is the way to go. I believe he's on Instagram as Manic Plastic Toy Shop. You can get a hold of him there. Great stuff. I've bought many a pieces. In fact, here's a piece right here that I had gotten from the guy, the old Blast Attack. Boom! That's right, the old Blast Attack, blow you up. But I got that from Mike. Very, very cool. He gave me a good price on it too. I think he's very competitive, especially in comparison to like eBay prices. But very big selection. I honestly I couldn't shout this guy out enough. He is definitely an alternative to the Evil Bay or the Macari or the What's Nots or whatever it is that you like to use on your Evil Bayan. Let's see here. We got DJ Longhair. Mannequin Moke 2 did fantastic. Share my email. You talking Bill? Weird Fantastic Toy Adventures did not share an email with me. I will have to get it from you. All the links to my social medias and Patreons and Facebooks and Instagrams and everything should be in my description or whatever. You can usually get a hold of me that way. And yes, I do need that commercial because I would play it on my show every time. Bill, yeah, that's who he meant. Never heard of Bill as called Fantastic before, but that's just because he is. But he's actually weird first before he's fantastic. But speaking of weird, fantastic Bill, if you guys are not familiar, which it seems like most of you in here already would be, I am on every Saturday night at 10 p.m. Central Time on Weird Fantastic Toy Adventures, where we talk toys, comic books, and nonsense. Bill was very nice to give me a segment of the show, Jonezer's Comic Corner, which I'm very much enjoying and trying to come up with. I've got tens of thousands of comic books behind me, so we'll never run out of material there. Same here on yours. Okay, then I can get it from there. Okay, I'll find you, long hair. I'll find you. And okay, Mike, you can send it to me yourself. That's great. Yeah. I'll have it sent to my email. I'll get you my email. That way I could. It'd probably be a pain in the butt to get it off of Instagram. Would be my guess. So what do I got planned for you guys today? Well, okay, he sent it to the Instagram. Well, I'll see if I could pull it from there. And DJ Longhair still haven't formulated it yet, and we've got to figure out scheduling. Well, we will figure it out. I know if there's a problem, I'll solve it. So check out the hook while the DJ revolves it. So we will definitely figure this out. That is for darn sure. So what do I got planned here for us today? Well, not much. I wanted to get into some window shopping here a little bit, and then we could discuss, some toys and some things that we all know and love here. So I'm going to transition us through the magical nature of the OBS settings to the bigness and the badness of the toyness of the store. Wham! And now we're there. And we're going to do a little window shopping here because I do not, obviously, I am not sponsored by Big Bad Toy Store, but I am a connoisseur, a connoisseur of the Big Bad Toy Store. I do spend a lot of money here. I've got a lot of things on pre-order, and I shop here a lot. Mr. DJ Longhair. I want to set up a State of Collectibles live stream on his channel, and figure you got comics, weirds on the toys. Yes, that would be a lot of fun. I would love to do that. In fact, that's kind of a little bit of what I was gonna discuss that a little bit today. These State of Collectibles and collecting. And well, I wanted to start here on the Big Bad Toy Stores. We're all familiar with this site. We all go on here. But one of the things that I like to do, and I do this maybe every day, is I will go here and I'll take my little mouser there, and I'll go right there to the sale items, and we'll click, and we may already be on that, and just see what we got for sale here. Jonezer likes a bargain. I like bargains. I like things that are cheap. First couple of these bad boys, not cheap. In fact, as we scroll down, still not cheap. So it's like, where's the sale at? Okay, well, we got this Transformer for $60. Megatron, Hiss, Tank, and Baroness. I'm not sure if that's a good deal or not. But we keep scrolling down, and for all this stuff on sale, sure, that's 20% off. But that's also still over $200 for 1, 2, 3, 4 action figures. What's those, ranging about $50 a piece? I see you got a couple Mousers in there, but it's like, look at this, 1, 2, 3, 4 action figures for $160. That's $40 a piece. Now I'm sure these are all probably pretty high end. Looking here at the pictures, they look like oh yeah, you get a lot of bang for your buck for a $40 action figure here, and I suppose this is a sale. But, this isn't the first thing I think of when I think sale. I think cheap. Cheap. Let's catch up here. George Valentine, would you happen to have seen anyone selling the issue of Batman with the mail-in card to kill Robin? I want to get it for my uncle as a gift. So this would be the Death in the Family issue, I believe. I am not selling that. That issue has gone through my collection a time or two. I'll have to keep my eye open out for you, George. There. Unfortunately, my suggestion would be, if you want one quick to hit the Evil Bay. Mr. DJ Longhair, me and possibly others on the MTG cardboard might try to get some Poke streamers and other cardboard peeps. Speaking of, you're talking about Pokemon, right? Pokemon. I just took on a 4,000 card Pokemon collection, so I do believe I have caught them all. And yeah, we're gonna be selling some of those too, along with my comic books, because every comic book store I know of keeps the lights on selling the Pokemon or Pokemon cards. My son always likes to correct me. It's Pokemon, because I keep saying Pokemon, because I don't collect them. I don't really know what they are. We all like cheap stuff. Yes, we do. We're going to get to where you find the cheap stuff here in a minute. I'm going to show you all a little trick. This is a sale thing. This is a bunch of crap. I'll show you where the real sales are. And yeah, you are talking Pokemon or Pokemon. I'm going to have to learn how to say it right if I'm going to sell them. And depending on where he's located at, we could contact Galactic Comics, and I believe they ship. Yeah, a lot of comic stores nowadays are transitioning to shipping online, and I think they have to. with this current state of collecting is a lot of places don't have a local comic book store. So if you want to buy comics, you might need to shop online. Well, and then therein lies the rub, if we're going to get into some comic talk for a minute here. A lot of comics, it might be $4 or $5, and then it's another $4 or $5 to ship it. So you're pretty much paying double price to get that comic. And that's what I'm doing right now. So that is tough. And thank you. It is hard to find one with the card still in it. Yeah. A lot of the times that's the case. A lot of those comics too in the 70s that had that Marvel value stamp. A lot of those you got to look for your Hulk 181s if you're lucky enough to have that issue. That value stamp's usually gone. Poke your mom is the correct pronunciation. Okay, poke your mom. Okay, I don't know if I should say that if I'm trying to sell to children, but who knows? And what did you think of the pictures that you sent? I thought those pictures were awesome. Those were some great comic books, and a lot of those were right up my alley. That's the kind of stuff I collect. I like the older stuff. So yeah, I did enjoy that. I really wished I could have went there. That's a place I would have loved to have seen. I also enjoyed, I don't know if you guys saw Weird Fantastic Toy Adventures' latest video where he went to a local toy store, and man, I wish I could have went there too. That looked like a fun place to be. But getting back here to this big bad toy sale. See, so we clicked on sale and it's not a sale. So here's what I do. If you want to get to the cheap, you go to this little sort by deal. This is sort by relevance. And then you just click down here for price, low to high, and bam! Now it's cheap. Check that out. 80% off. It's only $1.20. What is that even? It's an Eternian Mini Mercenary Tila. Now, is that something that anybody would even want? I don't know. But you can get it for less than $2. Like you can even get a little faker. A little faker deal. $1.20. That thing was $6. A little Beast Man, little He-Man. So if you want to get a little collection of these minis, you can get 4 of them for almost like $5 here. Look at a little Star Wars dude for a couple bucks. Like cheap stuff. Little Disney light years, keychains. So this is where to find the real sales and the real bargains. Now, you could argue, I wouldn't want any of this crap. Well, you probably wouldn't want any of this crap. And, yeah, like you're saying here, they got to pay you and the shipping to take it. Exactly. And, yeah, that place Bill went to was looking amazing. And, yeah, just tell them you give. Right. And then maybe buy up all those and resell them a bit higher, but not by much because you don't believe in doing that. Well, I will say this, Mike. If you're going to run a business, you are going to have to start looking at profit margins and things like that. There are a lot of times, here's some free business advice unsolicited. From a guy who learned the hard way himself. Sometimes it's just not worth getting into. Like I've seen comic books where it's like a guy had thousands of comic books and he's like, well, I'll give them to you for $1 a piece. Well, you could sell them all for $1. Okay. Why would I do that? So I'm going to give you $2,000 for 2,000 comics and hope I sell them all for $1 and get my $2,000 back. Wouldn't I be better off just not buying it at all? Oh, well, there'll be some of them in there that are worth $5 and $10 and $20. You'll get your money back. Yeah, but okay, so I spent $2,000 for the 2,000 comics, and then I got to wait 2,000 years to move them all, where I would be better off with my $2,000. So sometimes you got to think about, is it worth investing? And is the profit margin in it worth my time? Because if I took on 2,000 comic books, I've got to spend time pricing and bagging and boarding. And the next thing you know, I've got hundreds and hundreds of dollars worth of labor invested into this. And Yeah, so sometimes you do got to think of profit margins and if it's worth your time. Now, I would say, Mike, if you're going to buy that comic for $20, $30 and then you're going to sell it for $35, I don't know if that would be worth it. What I would do if you're going to play the comic book game, and yes, you are absolutely right, George Valentine. The comic book market has become fickled. In fact, I would say right now, honestly, the time in the market for comics right now is to buy. It is a buy time. It is not a sell time. The market is not in a great state compared to where it was in the 2020. That was the sell time. In 2021, 2022, it was booming. Now it's a buy time because the prices are they're going down. There's not a lot of stuff going up. And yes, I'm the same way. I would take any advice too because all advice is good advice. Even bad advice could be good advice if you learn from it. Onryo83, hello to you. Thank you for coming in. We were just talking toys, comics, and bargains. And yeah, we found the bargains here on the Big Bad. And a lot of stuff, like I'm not into these pops. I don't know if you guys like these pops. I'm not a fan. Looks like they got a lot of these minis. So this is the stuff that's probably sitting around in their warehouse that they can hardly give away. Because look at that, 75% off. They can hardly give this stuff away. Nobody wants it. But I like to cruise here every once in a while and just look and just see if, something will tickle my fancy, if you will. And some of this stuff like the Transformers World's Smallest Bumblebee, that's actually kind of cool. I bet that thing is teeny tiny, but for $3, that's kind of neat. Look at that. It'd be an action figure for your action figure. But yeah, you got just a bunch of little tings that again I'm not sure anybody would want, but as you keep scrolling, you start to find bigger tings. And well, let's catch up here. Jamie Sanders, hello Jamie. I hope you're doing well. Hope Mike is doing well as well. And George Valentine. Silver Age has dropped in price a bit. However, I think it will pick up again, and soon Golden Age never really drops. That is true. In fact, that's a tip for the pros right there if you're going to get into comic books. Golden Age is really kind of pretty safe. Silver Age is pretty safe because those comics are just going to roll upwards because we are getting farther and farther away from that time. The other thing that's cool about that era or that time in comics is that the audience that liked that era, they're getting older and they got money and they can buy the ones that they wanted. Onryo83, I have too many collections. Try to stay away from them. Yeah, I'm sure you could see behind me, I am not just a member of the Hair Club for Men. I also own the damn company. Like, yeah, I got the problem. Looks Polly Pocket size. That probably is. I was thinking like it'd be funny like if you wanted to do like a video with a toy, playing with a toy. Like I've seen those little mini Skeletors and they had like a Skeletor playing with a Skeletor. Like I thought that was pretty cool. Weird Fantastic Toy Adventures. Hello to you, sir. Was just talking with old Bill on Instagram there. Awesome. Thanks for coming by. Hey Jamie, hey Bill, hey. Hey. Everybody's saying hey to each other. Hey. Pre-crisis Superman has taken an uptick. Yes, it has. Superman comics, much like Green Lantern comics, are irritating to me because I have bought tons of them and they just take so long to move now. It's not like a Batman comic or a Spider-Man comic where I can barely hold on to it. Superman used to be such a big seller and he's just not anymore. And too late for me to learn not to collect too many toy lines. Yeah, I think so. I've seen pictures of your place, Mike. You are definitely the alcoholic who owns the liquor store, sir. For sure. But yeah, like I said, we got a lot of cheap things here, but just because they're cheap doesn't really mean they're anything that anybody would want. Like, I mean, I don't want. There's nothing on here that I would have paid money for, even $2, $3. What do I want this for? I mean, what, $3 for the Lucha Libre guy with the soda pop? I guess I've paid $3 for a soda pop before, but and I get a little toy with it for free. I guess that'd be cool. But I bet you, drink that soda pop, all the collectors will be like, "Hey, you can't drink the pop. You gotta save it." You know, I don't know. This thing looks pretty cool, though. There we go. Again, the world's smallest He-Man. Look at how silly that armor looks on him. You guys see that? That is ridiculous. Yeah, the tiny little He-Man, the big-ass armor. That is ridiculous. Alright. So, we have seen all the things that just because they're cheap, which they are, doesn't mean they're good. Which, I've not found anything in here that I think I would have bought. And we're 10 pages in. So, what else is a guy to do if he goes on the old Big Bad Toy Store and he, didn't find anything in the sale, didn't find anything the cheap? Well, you could look at what's featured pre-orders are coming out here. And then what the heck is this? More pops? I guess people buy these because it was the first thing that popped up. See what I did there? But again, here we are scrolling through stuff that I wouldn't want. I wouldn't want it. Well, I guess I do want this Hello Kitty thing. This is just for $12. I could have a Hello Kitty with an umbrella, and this is really cool. I'm joking. I don't want that thing. Oh, what do we got here? Cardboard kills any and all of my money. Yes, it does. Old Captain Marvel, Shazam still holds up. Yeah, I've got some old Golden Age Shazam, and that is cool. I am ashamed I am bidding a lot on a cereal box of toys. You don't be ashamed of what you collect what you like. That's the other thing that I was going to talk about as far as collecting. I was joking about the Hello Kitty thing, but if I liked it, I'd say it with my chest. I want that Hello Kitty thing, Any Magic the Gathering stuff? Yes, I do have a couple packs of Magic the Gathering stuff, but I haven't gone through them yet, and I know nothing about them. I think, figuratively speaking, was going to give me a hand pricing and looking at some of that stuff. Nice Drago. Was there a Drago? I didn't see Drago. Was he on the first page? Did I miss him? Huh. Oh yeah, I did like the Ash. The Ash is cool. And yes, overpriced statues. Well, I did think if I was going to be jumping in and Grindhead's normal spot that we should definitely be going through some overpriced statues. That just only felt right. Johnny Sorensen, Hello Kitty. Exactly. I'm glad to see I'm not the only one that likes that Hello Kitty. Like, what do we got here? $384. I liked it. Ooh. I'm not sure if I could show this on YouTube, huh? But I don't know if I $384 liked that. And I also don't think my wife would enjoy me collecting that so much. So again, the on sale items were a bust for me. The using the filter to get the cheap stuff wasn't working for me. The featured pre-orders weren't working for me. What about new arrivals? Well, here we go. I kind of like this turtle thing. If you're into turtles, $64. It's in stock. You can get it right now. Looks like the comic book Ninja Turtles, which looks kind of cool. Yeah, they look great. So hey, it only took a bunch of tries, but we finally found something that I actually kind of like. Mezco even. So I'm becoming a bit of a fan of Mezco as they do cool stuff. 5 points of articulation, so that's interesting. So yeah, it took a little while to find something that I would dig, but we did find it. So that's good. Catching up to chat. Nothing wrong with that, George. Ooh, you talk about the booby lady. That was cool. And nowadays, unless it's something special, I'd say $10 per month limit. Yes. Radical Mom, how are you doing, Mary? Yes, it does. It looks like the first Ninja Turtle game on Nintendo. Uh, funny little story there. When I broke out the NES for my kids, the PlayStation 5s were the big thing, and so I told my children that if they were to get past the water stage on the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles level for the NES, I would buy them a PS5. But they couldn't look on the internet to figure out how to do it. They had to figure it out themselves. And as you can imagine, nobody collected a PS5. And I don't even think get past the water stage, man. Just taking the game out on the NES and trying to change it to another game was enough to tick them off and frustrate them. Dad, it's broken. Now, what do you mean it's broken? Oh, you put the game in and it doesn't work. What do you mean it doesn't work? You got to wiggle it and blow in it and move it around, and you got to earn it. Well, it's broken, Dad. It just doesn't work. Which was hilarious to me growing up in that era where you had to fight for the Nintendo game to work. These kids nowadays with their instant gratification, they can just turn the game on and it works. What is this? Turn the game on and it works. Crap. That's why kids nowadays is soft, I tell you, because their stuff works when it's supposed to. Us kids back in Generation X, we had to earn it. You want to play Nintendo? Cool. Fight the game for 20 minutes and see if you can get it to work without the red screen and the flashing lights and the thing going weird. So I had a little bit of fun. And yeah, you are right. They are not going to pass that stage. They'll freaking get through that water with them bombs and find them all. It was even funny, too, because when I was a kid, you'd just try and try and try and try to get past that. And you'd go again, you'd go again. I think my kids failed twice and gave up. This game sucks anyway, Dad. That was all we had. If you wanted to play Turtles, you played this or you went outside and found a stick. That was it. Yeah, I can pass it too. And actually, I can defeat that entire game, which is impressive if you've ever done that. It's funny because when you get to Shredder, he's actually really easy. But yeah. See if they can figure out how to play a game on the Commodore. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't even know if I ever achieved that that status. Yeah, that's funny. But yeah, that's tough bullocks there to get through all that. But we're getting back to our toy shopping. Now these must be these mythic legions or cosmic legions or something legions. I'm not a fan, and I know a lot of the people that are on here are big fans of these. I'm guessing this is supposed to be Manny Faces. This is their version of that, which I guess it looks cool, but I mean, for my money, yeah, okay, it's supposed to be Manny Faces. I'm just not into these. You know, and I know there's probably people out there screaming, blasphemy, Jonezer. These things are great. Yeah, Cosmic Legions. Like, what's that one? Zaxius. I don't know. This is just not my thing. This is not for Jonezer. Jonezer sits here and he looks at those things, and yeah, I agree with Mike, but I think they're like wannabe Motu. To me, these are no different than those like Galaxy Warriors or Remco figures like Bill likes. And again, I'm not, if you guys like this stuff, I'm not hating on a, ooh, hey there, lady. We better keep scrolling. If you like this kind of thing and I'm hating on it, you know, that's fine. It's okay if you like stuff. I'm sure I like stuff that you don't like, and it's okay. That's what makes the world different, is that we can like things. Ooh, I like this Mr. Freeze. This looks pretty cool. For $22.99, I can get Mr. Freeze. Kind of neat. I don't know what they got for articulation or whatnot, but he looks cool. He looks cool, pun intended. And yeah, there's nothing wrong if you like it. It's just not for me. Mr. DJ Longhair wondering, does anyone like M&Ms? What do you mean like Eminem? You mean like, I'm Slim Shady, yes, I'm the real Shady. All you other Slim Shadys are just imitating, so don't the real Slim Shady. Please stand up. Please stand up. Not that Eminem, right? Hyper Zuckass from SW. I don't know what that is. And George Valentine, I want the last Ronin Turtles figure I saw recently. You know, I saw one on here too that looked really cool. Oh, they're the Matrix. Here's another thing. Like, okay, folks love the Matrix. They love the movie, all of that. I never got into it. It just wasn't for me. It wasn't one of the things I liked. But you know, if you liked it, cool. It just wasn't mine. What? All right. We got the Dazed and Confused action figure. I didn't even know this was a thing. That is hilarious. Hey, man, you got a joint, man? Oh, no, man. It'd be a lot cooler if you did. Oh, I have to look at this. He doesn't move, huh? No points of articulation. We just got David Wooderson. It doesn't look like did they pay to get his likeness? I don't know. Limited of 4,000. Dave Wooderson. Well, there you go. Yeah, we got She-Hulk here. That's kind of cool. Oh, this one I really wanted. And this disturbed me too. We're going to have to look into this. Here we have the Alex Murphy RoboCop. Right? The most disturbing action figure I've ever wanted. Because check this out. He looks cool here. Oh, Alex Murphy is on the case. Alex Murphy, Murphy's Law. He is going to set the world straight. He is looking slick. He's all ready to go. Yes, Murphy is on it. He is looking serious, twirling the gun like the pimp he is. And oh no! Oh no, what happened? Now he can't twirl the gun anymore. Oh, poor Murphy. You know, it's what I always wanted from my action figure, when I could play out the most grisly death that's ever been seen in cinematic history. And then, not the hand. Oh, this is terrible. And he's got the look of grimacing pain on his face. And yeah, you got the detachable hand with blood smear feature. This is great. And then, oh no, if it wasn't gruesome enough, oh, poor Murphy. And then, oh, his arm too. Oh my God. ah, oh no, oh, poor Murphy. And then, it hurts. It burns. I'm gonna, and then they blast away at his chest and everything, and we get to relive the horrifying death of Alex Murphy and all of his accessories as he grizzles in pain and gets blown away until he is rebuilt as a cybernetic human. What a great action feature for this toy to have. You know, this is great. I kind of want this. Does that make me sick? I think it kind of does. But I mean, I can get it for $37.99 or 4 interest-free payments of $9.50 with Sezzle. I could even get it with a collector packaging grade. And, yes. Is that hand detachable? That answered that. Yeah. Disturbing toy. You know, but I kind of want one. And is that the Batman Beyond free suit? I'm not sure. And yeah, I am a little sick. It's okay though. I got upside down and backwards on the chat, but we're figuring it out here. M&M's figures and collectibles. Is that like the candy? Little candy M&M figures? I had a relative that was into that. Zuckass from Star Wars. I do not know if I am familiar with the Star Wars you are talking about. If it's anything past Return of the Jedi, I am probably too grandpa-ish for it and probably barely seen it. And see, I'd get that Dazed and Confused figure too. And, you know, I would walk around with that Dazed and Confused figure and just be like, all right, all right, all right. Yes, I think you did see an overpriced Superman. I should have gone back for it. But I just saw the entertainment value from the Alex Murphy was just too good to pass up. So I just had to go there. That's okay, Jonezer. We're all a little sick. Yeah, I suppose we is, you know. Yeah, and now he's screaming because that's an important hand for him. I see that. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, he's sick. I'm sick. We're all sick. It's a neat figure. Although a little disturbing. But, I mean, if you're going to have the Alex Murphy figure, he's going to have to play out that very important, pivotal role in his life where he gets mutilated and turns into a murder robot. That's just what needs to happen. He's one of the bounty hunters on Executor when Vader told them to get Han. Oh, okay. So from The Empire Strikes Back? Was he the bounty hunter with the reptile feet, or was he the robot one? I don't know. We can get the Bon Jovi action figure. Well, how about that? Or the House of a Thousand Corpses. We got Booster Gold here. Very cool. You got a neat looking Batman and a Mandalorian. Gotta love it. Whoa. We even got the censor mark for that one. I bet you when you buy it, it doesn't have the censor mark on it. They got these Eagle Forces. I'm not really sure what this is. These look like kind of like army guys. Eagle Force. Ooh, there's a werewolf man in there too. That's kind of cool. Not really sure what I would do with Eagle Force or what it is, but it looks like it comes with a lot of stuff. Kind of neat. So for your Eagle Force, $160. Pass. But yeah, or you could buy them one at a time. That's kind of cool. Eagle Force. Never heard of it. Although those shirts are pretty pimped out. I think I would want one of these little Simpsons shirts. That's kind of cool. And G.I. Joe knockoffs. So that's what it is. Okay. Don't you want it? Don't you want it? Yes. Don't you want your balloon? We all float down here. In fact, I've got a little surprise for you guys in the old uh, thing here. But I'm going to need to buy me a little time here. So for me to do that, I am going to play a little commercial. And because we've got some things here that we could show off to... so give me a second here, and I will be right back with some things and some other things to show off. Uno momento, por favor. Want to support the channel? Here's how. Merchandising. Everybody needs a little merchandising. So you go to the link in the description of the video for merch, and this will take you to this page where you can get all kinds of stuff. Want a Motu Jonezer coffee mug? Only $15. You can get my cute little cartoony face there with all my favorite toys. Pretty cool. Or you can get a Jonezer cap for $20. We got several different colors available for the old Jonezer cap. And we've got ladies t-shirts for $18.80. They have a couple different options here for that too. If you click on the link over in the description, that leads you to Patreon. When you get over here, you'll see a funny little cartoon face of me and all my favorite little toys, and the name of the channel, Motu Jonezer, right behind me. And there are 3 different levels of helping. In the first tier, it is only $5 a month, and you will become a part of the team. Now, how this works is you are offering basic support. So doing content is hard, and coming up with money and the ability to film and edit and buy software and computer stuff, and it's all, you know, it's a cost. So we appreciate basic support and help. For less than the price of a cup of coffee, $5 a month, you can do that. And not only will you become a part of my team, but I can become a part of yours. And so if you have content that you create, or you're active on social media, or you're selling things, or you're doing something, we would put a link to your social media or your channel in the description, and we would shout you out, help each other out. That's what this community is all about here on YouTube, is helping each other out. Hey, want to keep helping? There's another level of support that we offer. You have the power. That's right. For $10 a month, you can have the power to say what happens on this channel. So there's a little tab here on Patreon called Community. You click on that, you'd send me a direct message. You'd say things like, hey, I like more toy content, or hey, I like the live streaming of the video games. How about some more horror stuff? Want to do some movie reviews? Can you guest on my live stream? What can we do? And you can work with me to create more content. This sounds kind of fun, and you can be an active help on the channel. So join here for $10 a month. This tier offers a 7-day free trial. So you can try this out for 7 days at no money and see if these perks and value you get for this works for you. And if not, you cancel within the 7 days, no harm, no foul, and you have the 7 days to play around here. Now there's a third level of support, and this one is not for the faint of heart. This is my favorite comic book guy. That's right. You get all the above perks of the other 2 tiers, plus a monthly comic book mystery box subscription. It will have at least $25 worth of value in comics and shipped to you at my cost, so for free. Sorry, continental USA only. If you are outside of the USA, I will put $10 towards shipping costs. You would have to cover the remainder. But what's inside these boxes? Well, these won't be your crappy dollar bin boxes. This is going to be books packed to your taste. So you tell me, hey, I like Marvel comics, I'm not a DC guy. Well, okay, then I'll only put Marvel in there. Hey, I'm a Spider-Man guy. Well, then we'll put some Spider-Man books in. I like the X-Men. I like the Hulk. I like Batman. Whatever you like, I will pack the books to your taste. You know, and if say you want a lot of books, so you know you can get a few of them, or hey, I just want one book for all that value. Well, we can do that too. It's up to you. You are in control of your comic book box. Now, because this is a specialized, personalized box, it's limited, so I can only do 10 of these a month. If they become popular, maybe we'll up that. Thank you for watching, and we appreciate any support you can do. And if you don't want to buy anything, that's fine too. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, all of that stuff is free. Appreciate your support. Jonezer out. All right. Hey everybody. We got I Like Salt jumped in here, and he is requesting a Dick Tracy video with mumbles. Well, Mr. Salt, sir, I can definitely do that. So we will get into that here in a bit. One thing I wanted to show off here, I did get one of these handy dandy coffee mugs in the mail here, and I have to say I think they are fairly excellent. You got my cool little cartoony face with some artwork here. Now the artwork matches the artwork on the banner on my channel, and this is done by a fella who will be going live here in actually about 15 minutes, and his name is Radical Toys and Adam Atwell, and at least I hope I pronounced the last name correctly. And he's a very good friend of mine. He's been a supporter of mine from the very beginning. And Adam is not only somebody who totally has helped me grow and, provided artwork and intro videos and things for my channel, but he's a friend. And friends are awesome. And so because I got requested from I Like Salt to play the Dick Tracy video, I am just gonna go ahead and do that. What's going on Okay, Mumbles. Big Boy's on his way to the slammer. Itchy's probably at the bottom of the river. You are in the hot seat. Now, where is Flat Top? What are you talking about, Ray? I don't know no Flat Top. No point denying it, Mumbles. We got plenty of photos of the two of you together. Cooperate. Maybe get a lighter sentence. You got nothing on me. I didn't do nothing on my lawyer. Forget it, Sam. I'm done playing nice. Hit the lights. Sorry, Mumbles. Looks like you're in for a long night. You giving me the dirty degree, I don't want my lawyer. This ends when you tell me where Flat Top is. Unfortunately for you, Mumbles, I don't believe you. Sam, why don't you go ahead and see what you can get out of him? I'm getting a coffee.
Calling Dick Tracy. Come in, Tracy.
What do you need, Pat? I'm kind of in the middle of something here.
Tracy, Flat Top's out on 5th and G, firing indiscriminately. 2 officers and a few civilians are down. He's screaming for you.
I'm on my way.
Where's Tracy? He doesn't have the guts to face me. I'll kill every copper until I see he shows.
He's out of control. Lost his mind. I'll have to wait for the right moment.
There yous are. Eat lead!
Steady, Tracy. He's gonna be out soon. Now!
What? Reload? Not now!
This is Tracy. Suspect is down. Repeat, suspect is down.
All right, Tracy. Dispatching an ambulance.
All right. I appreciate you saying that. I like salt. And I have been getting a lot of requests for for Dick Tracy #2, and it is in play. If you will forgive the Blair Witch Project moment you're all about to go through here, but I'm going to grab you. And then we're going to take you on a journey. We're going to go to this way, and to that way, and to over here, and over there. And we are working on it. We're working on it. It's coming. And there might be some Ninja Turtle stuff coming too. It could be true. But yeah, we're messing with it. We got a couple of the sets built, and we'll be doing some stuff. And in case y'all wanted to see any of that jazz, there's some Pokemon stuff that I'm playing with, and inventory. We got a lot of woo. So let's see if I don't drop the phone. Yeah. Oh yeah, there's some high production value for all of that. Yes, that's what we're working on. We're working on part 2. Part 2 is coming. We have the set built for the office scene. We're working on the set. Well, I don't want to tell you what we're working on, but the magic stuff is in another room in a box, and I can't get it at the moment. Let me get with you. I'll DM you some pictures of some of the stuff. So I'm sure there's some cool cards in there, or maybe they're commons. I don't know. I don't know anything about the Magic the Gathering, and I haven't gotten into it. I did find this funny though, with Bill saying his name is William. I found that very funny because I have never once, in all the time I've known you, Bill, ever called you William. And then he had to get me back and say, that's okay, Anthony. Because, you know, I don't think he's ever once, except for right then, called me by my actual name. And yes, I am going to dox myself here a little bit. My mother did not name me Jonezer. I don't know if y'all knew that. Jonezer is a play off of my last name. My last name is Jones. My first name is Anthony. I am Anthony Jones. But I have been a Jonezer since I was a teenager. That's what my friends have told me. Yeah, that collector is awesome. It is a really cool. And you can get you a quick price on sealed packs. I do not have any sealed packs. These have all been gone through and picked through, and whatnot. And somebody got hold to his phone. Yeah, it was me. And Paula just got home. She says, hello, Paula. I hope that you had a wonderful Monday. I hope everybody had a wonderful Monday. We're going to show off some comics here quick because I said I was going to. Probably going to play one more little cartoony bobber here. And then I think I'm going to end the stream. But I would encourage you all to check out my friend Radical Toys at 6. I think he's on. Mary, maybe if you're still here, you can help me out. Is Adam on at 6? I thought I saw that, but I only have a few little books I want to show here. I showed some of this on Weird Fantastic Toy Adventures on Friday night, but some of these I didn't show. But one of the things I keep getting asked is, what am I reading now in comic books? Now I am reading, surprise, surprise, Dick Tracy. They have a new Dick Tracy series out from Mad Cave Studios, I think they're called, or Mad Cave. And this issue #1 that I read is excellent. I very much enjoyed it. The artwork was superb. The story is original, but they're setting them back in the time period that Dick Tracy should be in. And it's a very neat I'm engaged with it. I have not read issue 2 yet. In fact, I might do that once I end the stream here, because I would sure love to see where this story goes. I found it funny that issue 1 featured a story with Dick Tracy, Mumbles, and Flat Top. And I was like, that's hilarious. That's how I tackled this too. So I found that very, very funny. I think it's a good story, good artwork so far. I mean, I'm only 1 issue in. It's a comic book, so it's like, I don't know where it's going to go or how it's going to do. But so far, I'm very much enjoying it. And it's just nice to see some new Dick Tracy. Now, the other things I got, these things are huge. I don't know if you knew about these Marvel Treasury editions, but these things are kind of cool. This is from 1974. Let's see if I can put these other ones down for a minute. And we got the giant superhero holiday grab bag. And what I really like about these is you get these big, big pages where you can see the comic book, and it's, you know, straight out from the 70s. They're reprinted issues of I don't want to hold it like that. These are old, but they're just very cool reprinted stories. You know, you got the Daredevil and the Submariner and you know, Hulk, some early Hulk stuff. And I love that you can get these, you know, like Hulk fighting the Thing. I love it. I got these in a collection. Very cool. The other one I've got here, Treasury Edition. Got the Mighty Avengers. You know, really get some bang for your buck here. You know, some cool, that old style artwork. I just love it. You know, I'll check out the chat here. Need to play the game Phasmophobia again. Yes, I do. I will do a Phasmophobia stream soon. I'm probably going to stream again sometime this week. Not exactly sure when. I'll have to see when the time makes itself available. George Valentine. Wow, I've only seen those online. Yeah, I was very lucky to find those in the in the collection. I asked you, me guessed was what he was going to do with that headset on his head. Does my audio sound okay there? Am I good? Or am I echo schmecko flecko becko? Or do I sound like I'm in a cave? Or is it okay on my end? Yeah, I do miss some Jack Kirby too. He was really the good stuff. That was the good old days. They don't call him King Kirby for nothing. I do got 2 more of these. I think I was on this one. Got the Spider-Man. Spectacular Spider-Man. Very cool. And again, it's got some reprinted stories. I'll see if I could find one that, like, here you go. It has the moment when Peter Parker meets Mary Jane, the famous "Face It, Tiger, you just hit the jackpot." You know, and you can see that moment where he meets Mary Jane for the first time. Really cool. Really cool old school Green Goblin story. I think this might even be the first one with him and the Enforcers. Or maybe it's the follow-up. Yeah, and then Spider-Man fighting the Hulk. You know, and I love that when the heroes fight the other heroes. I think that's always fun. No echo, just low volume. Well, I think we can fix that. Just move it a little closer, maybe. See if that helps. Does that help? Maybe we could turn it up a little. Turn it up. Doop, 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 doop. And we've got my favorite superhero team of all time, the Fantastic Four. And, yeah. I really enjoy these treasury editions because, again, with the big pages, you could really kind of just take in the artwork here. You know, like, again, he mentioned Kirby earlier, George Valentine. That shot there with Submariner and the plane. That's just got Kirby all over it. I think there's a great shot here that I really like. I'm going to see if I can find it. Yes. This one here, where the Submariner's crawling up the side of the building there in outer space. And he looks like he's just crawling right at you. Very, very, very cool. I was very impressed to find these in that collection. And I was also very quick to not to sell them. I didn't want to. I wanted to keep them. Sounds good. Sounds good. Yeah, no echo, just low volume. Hopefully that helped me moving them forward. No, you assumed I was going to play the Phasmophobia when I put the ears on. I suppose I can. We can. Not that we can't. The Eternals ticked me off. He made a masterpiece and Disney ruined it. Yeah, Disney's just killing it as far as ruining things lately. And that did it. Okay, so moving the microphone closer was the thing. See, I have to move it away when I'm on with Bill because we tend to pick up each other's stuff through the speakers because Bill don't want to wear the Mickey Mouse ears, which we don't have to. We just got to figure out a way to where to put the mics and how to do it. Whereas I think if we did just put them on, we don't have to be geniuses and get cute. And that's kind of why I just put them on, because I don't want to try to outsmart myself to try to figure that out. I'm just going to isolate my audio and be done with it. But I don't claim to be as crafty as my friend Bill is, whose lead I will always follow. And assume, you made an ass out of you and me. Assume, that is correct. And agree, Jonezer, the Fantastic Four. Yeah, that's one of my favorite teams. And gave me a Halo moment. And yes, I agree. Kirby's work had a lot of soul to it. Kirby, it's funny because when you talk comics and artwork and Jack Kirby, folks either are really into him or they're really not. But even the people that are not can't deny that any artist you see doing action comics in any way today is totally using Kirby's format and Kirby's style, because Kirby put comics on the map. Him and Steve Ditko made Marvel what it is, and made DC change its game to play catch up and keep up. Bill's a big DC guy and I'm a big Marvel guy, but I'd also say I'm a bit of both. I love the DC heroes in comics as well. But I do think that somewhere in the 60s when Marvel started going, the story wasn't about Spider-Man as much as it was about Peter Parker and what's going on with Peter Parker's life and what Peter Parker's doing. And Spider-Man was just a part of it. Whereas with DC, I think Superman was the story and Clark Kent was the afterthought. And I think they flipped it. And later DC followed suit and did the same thing, where they realized that the human element of the characters is what the audience is going to relate to. The audience cannot relate to flying into the heart of the sun and coming out of God, but the audience can relate to an awkward guy who can't get a date with the girl he likes. That is a lot of what it is. Maybe a change of subject a little bit. Do you agree that the Marvel movies, DC movies, Star Wars, and any TV shows as of late just aren't where they need to be, and sometimes they can become overwhelming? Yes, I do think we've got a lot of try hard going on nowadays with our favorite franchises in entertainment. For sure, we've got some a lot of try hard. I think there's a lot of writers who are trying to put their politics or their agendas, and they're not really being good gatekeepers of the intellectual properties in the stories. And what I mean by that is we're almost I don't know if you guys remember affirmative action, and it was basically like where, you know, they had to hire one of each every kind of person, and that way the workplace would be fair and equal. And I think they're trying too hard to be all inclusive to all things at the expense of what does this story need. And instead they're just trying to check diversity boxes rather than tell a good story. And I think you can do both. I also think when you're trying to do one and not trying hard enough to do the other, you're sacrificing something. So you're either telling a good story and you're not worrying if you're catching every race, identity, and thing, or you're trying to catch every race, identity, and thing, and then you're not worrying about the story. So I think you can do both, but lately you could see which way their focus is going, and I think the stories are suffering for that because it feels forced. It feels like it's shoved down your throat, and it's contrived, and it's not natural. DC has better rogues. I gonna have to maybe tend to agree with that a little bit to a certain extent. I would say some of my favorite villains are Marvel villains, but I would say as a whole, DC does have some great villains in there. I think some of my favorite villains, earlier ones like Doctor Doom, I very much enjoyed Doctor Doom. Doctor Doom is a villain who doesn't think he's a villain. He just thinks he's right, and that's it. Magneto's another great villain that's not a villain. In fact, Magneto, in a lot of ways, is sometimes a hero, and I think nowadays they just play him that way. But yeah, when you go to the DC side of things, Lex Luthor is one of the greatest villains, and he doesn't even have any powers. He's just what's his mind, his diabolical Lex Luthor, criminal genius. You know, I mean, you could play him that way with the Gene Hackman style Lex Luthor, or you can get a hit me in the head Lex Luthor like I got. Bam. Yeah, that's right. Take that, Lex. Ooh. My mind is so powerful that I must damage it to put myself as equal. But, I think Lex Luthor is a great villain because he's definitely playing the mind over muscle game with Superman. And sometimes he's actually doing quite well at it. There's a great character where he doesn't have any powers and he doesn't need any. Another villain that I would say falls under that, the Joker. The Joker is another great DC villain that really, I mean, he doesn't have any abilities or anything that he can really do, but his diabolical way of thinking and his crimes lead him to places like that. That good point. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I got a little too on my soapbox on that, but it is what it is. LCDC has better TV shows. Marvel did better movies, but I'm not so sure now. One thing I really enjoyed for DC was the animation. I thought DC really killed it with the like the Batman the Animated Series, or even the Superman the Animated Series. When they did those Bruce Timm animations from the 90s, I mean, DC was just on it. And I would put that Batman the Animated Series up against any superhero cartoon, movie, or show that you can name me. And I think that was as good as it gets, was that Batman the Animated Series. In fact, I am a super huge fan of that. I've watched it through season 1 through the end many, 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 many times, and I will continue to watch that through to the end many, 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 many times. That is definitely one of the better things that I think DC has done. Marvel, for the longest time, Marvel was playing catch up. Like okay, so DC comes out and they get that Chris Reeves Superman movie. That movie was great, especially for the time. It was finally, Superman taken seriously and done seriously. Now, I mean, looking back on it now with the way special effects are, maybe it's a little janky, but for the time, that was amazing. Chris Reeve looked like he just walked right out of a comic book and right onto the movie screen. He was Superman. And then you get the Batman 1989 with Michael Keaton. Again, I think a very good cinematic take on Batman. Some people would argue it was a little darker than it needed to be. That's probably the Tim Burton in it. And, it showed, because the only Batman we saw before that was the Adam West, which was a little hokey and a little goofy, which, again, I liked that too. But it was nice to see a serious take on Batman. And then for Marvel, you got what? Maybe you had that Bill Bixby Incredible Hulk show from the time was okay, pretty good, and not much else. You had that wonky Captain America in the 70s with the motorcycle helmet. It was probably just more terrible than anything. And then there's another Captain America in the 90s. I think it just went straight to home video. And that was what it was. There was a Roger Corman Fantastic Four movie that is like, in my opinion, it's so bad it's good. And that I found enjoyable. In fact, I think that one's better than the ones that you've seen in modern day. Magic Plastic Toy Shop. See, the Batman Beyond, I still need to watch that series. That is a good one. I did enjoy Batman Beyond. I thought that was a great... And I'm usually one of those people who's like, oh, Batman didn't look like Batman. Oh, they changed the story. Oh, they messed it all up. I actually really like that one. Adam West will always be my Batman. Yeah, he was good. Mary saying Adam West is her Batman too. Absolutely. I can't argue that. Again, if you're a serious fan, that was, you got to admit, it was a little hokey. But I enjoyed that too. I liked those B-rated superhero movies because I don't mind a little cheese. I don't mind a little corny. It's okay. I actually I liked David Hasselhoff as Nick Fury. I said what I said. And I have to say the flying effects in Superman movie have never been done better. He looked like he was really flying. And that's because they did have him in a physical harness and up in the air and moving him around. So he was really flying with a green screen behind him. I guess the only complaint I would have in modern special effects is we would have hid the green screen a little better nowadays than they do back then. But that's just from it's a product of its time. I agree. I could watch that Superman movie over and over again. I loved it. Rolando Flores, what is up, my friend? Thank you for coming. Manic Plastic Toy Shop. It was Adam West ones were funny and goofy at times, but we love them, and everybody has their Batman that they love. No, I agree. I'll tell you what, I watched those Adam West ones too. I've had my favorite episodes. I have my favorite moments. Yeah, West fit the time, and you got to remember too, at those times, if you were a fan of this stuff, you were just happy to get anything, because they weren't doing superhero movies like they're just puking them out today. And puking them out, I mean, where they're not even good. There's, bleh, here's another one. Bleh, you didn't like that one? Here's another one. Bleh, here's another. Here, how about she puke? How about, you know what I mean? It's just, again, you just get all these terrible, terrible superhero movies one after another, where you almost wish for a freaking motorcycle Captain America from the 70s, because it would have been better. But again, the opinions of Motu Jonezer on the Motu Jonezer show are probably offensive to most and not shared by anyone, but they are Motu Jonezer's real legitimate opinions, unfiltered, and that is what it is. Rolando grew up on Adam West and George Reeves. I like the George Reeves Supermans. I watched a lot of those. Other ones I like the Max Fleischer cartoon Supermans. I think Superman fits back in that Tommy Gunn gangster era, Dick Tracy style era for Superman. I think he's way better fit there than he is modern day. And I think the Superman, the further away you get him from the 30s and the 40s, the more he just kind of loses what he is. I think much like the Fantastic Four, the more you move the Fantastic Four away from the 60s, the more you lose what they are. I'd even say the more you move Spider-Man out of the 70s. I guess Spider-Man had a resurgence in the 90s where he was pretty awesome. But I digress. 70s Wonder Woman and Shazam. I liked that Shazam show where they had the kid and the dad driving around in the little caravan or whatever. I thought that was great. I have to take a quick break here. My dogs are going crazy and barking at the door, and I got to figure out what's going on. So here's the Horde.
Dares approach the freight zone.
It looks like a trooper has caught a prisoner.
Move forward, prisoner.
The Prince of Eternia.
You will never get away with this, Hordak.
I wouldn't be too sure of that. I'm sure you'll find the accommodations at the freight zone uncomfortable. Trooper, make sure the prisoner is well guarded.
Guard mode initiated.
Lord Hordak, more protein.
She-Ra, look, he's over there.
What? Attack them!
Combat mode initiated.
Get the prince. I'll take care of the guard.
Fools! With the wave of my hand, I'll summon a creature from the likes of which you... No! Not me!
Thanks, sis. For a second there, that was a pretty tight spot. Yes, let's get out of here before Hordak gets free.
Let me go! Fools! I'll get you for this!
All right, I'm back there. Yeah, I had to check on my barking dogs. My son had come home with his girlfriend, and dogs like to bark. Intruders! Intruders! Bark! Bark, bark! Intruders. The stories in the Batman TV show are right out of the Silver Age. Some of them were remakes of comic book stories. Yep. Yes, they were. And yes, I do agree George Reeves was the best. And make Rolando a mod. Yes, I will have to do that. Let me see if I can do that. Yes, I do. I got Rolando in here. That makes me legit. That absolutely makes me legit. Better story than Acolyte. Yeah, I heard that was bad, but quite honestly, I think most new Star Wars is bad. I think that's just par for course. Let me see about anointing Rolando to moderator status. I do think hold on here. We're going to do this and do this. Oh, oop, I don't want to do that. How do I do that? I'm going to have to look into doing that because so far the only buttons I seem to be able to do is I could put him in a timeout, and I don't want to do that. We don't need to put him in a timeout. That would be wrong. He didn't do nothing wrong. And, yes. Hi, Rolando. So, I'm going to go back here to my big bad toy store thing, because we were just talking about, you know, comics and movies and different things people like or don't like. And one of the things that I've seen a lot of the Motu fans out there are enjoying are these Turtles of Grayskull deals. And I am, quite frankly, not a fan. And I mean, I guess they're neat if you're customizers, but I'm not much of a customizer, and I'm not much of a fan of these. Use the chat in the YouTube studio. Okay, that's what I'm using to highlight chat, so... it's not letting me do that. Oh, John, figuratively speaking, thank you for coming. Appreciate you. And again, here's more of these Turtles of Grayskull, which I guess some people will be like, hey, that's a cool Skeletor. But yeah, I'm with you, Bill. I am underwhelmed by the Turtles of Grayskull, but I also think that maybe, just maybe, I might be experiencing a bit of Motu burnout. You know, that I think we've been collecting Motu since 2020 here, and it's 2024 now, and we've got most of the figures that I wanted. Our Bill was all excited about this posable ponytail, and then he finds out the helmet don't come off. Wah, wah, wah. You must open YouTube Studio to make mods. You can't do it any other way. Oh, brother, you don't need to be sorry for being late. You being busy today. I didn't even know I was doing this today. You know, John, a wizard is not late, nor is he early. He arrives precisely when he meant to. And so, okay, now that I know that to do it out of studio, we're going to go to the studio. Oh, you're actually going to watch me do this. How about that? So, YouTube Studio. And then, what do I want? I want content is live. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get. Can I get here? No. Not really sure what I'm doing here. Yes, you were robbed. And he likes the Motu crossovers, gives you more figures, WWE, TMNT. And see, there's a lot of people who saw it that way. I didn't like the WWE ones either. So, and again, I might be the exception here, because I'm the one that like, oh, they don't look right, or oh, that's not how I think they should be. But yeah, you do make a good point, Rolando, that we get more action figures, more accessories. It keeps the money rolling. It keeps the line going. In fact, if I remember right, a lot of the Motu accessories that they needed the molds for came out with the WWE figures first. Oh, I saw these. Oh, now here's one here. This is what we need. We need the 40-year-old virgin action figure with the missing chest hair pieces. Yeah, look at that face sculpt, folks. So, yeah, that just looks just like this guy. Absolutely, they didn't go cheap on that. Yes, Anzi Stiltzer here with his messed up chest hair that he totally did this to himself on purpose. See, the profile looks right, but that head-on shot, no bueno. No bueno. And we got some Kevin Owens. That's a weird-looking Donatello and Raphael, if you ask me. LA Knight. I keep being told, I don't know if we get some wrestling fans back in here. And, you know, I keep being told this LA Knight guy is somebody I should be watching. And maybe he is, maybe he isn't. I don't know. The Rickster. Nice to see you, Rickster. Tomorrow, Night Stalker on Creations. The horse, not the killer. That would be crazy if we got the Richard Ramirez action figure. I wonder if it would be a lot like that Alex Murphy one that I just showed off earlier. Yeah, they showed the helmet coming off in pre-production photos. Yeah, you were robbed. In September, Dark Horse making a limited run of normal-sized Turtles of Grayskull comic books. Okay. Go back and hit open in studio. It's a dot with some circles around it. Okay, we'll try again. We'll go back to Google, back to YouTubesies, back to this, back to studio, and it dots. What do you mean dots? Yeah, here's my live. Dots. That's not it. There is a Richard Ramirez action figure. Of course there is. And yeah, Jamie Sanders. I love the LA Knight. See, she's not the only one. I've heard a few people say that he's worthy of my time. Bill, I don't know if I can do this from this like this. This is not working for me. Let's see what else we got here. What in the Ducky Jurassic Park monstrosity is this? For $20, you can get a dinosaur puking out a chick. Yes. For all of you fans of dinosaurs puking out chicks, you can have one. Now, your dreams have been answered. The Jurassic Park Tubbs Velociraptor Box Edition. Or you can have the little ducky with the Dick Tracy hat. I like that. Very cool. Or I think he's supposed to be the guy. The Chester Cheetah action figure. Damn it, you right there. I was right there, but I couldn't find it. Okay, Bill, for you, because we like to do this stuff on the fly, unfiltered. He's screaming at the screen. I love it. Okay, we're back. YouTube studio. I'm right here. What do I do? Don't scream at the screen. Scream at me. Where do I go? Where do we go? Where do we go now? Where do we go? Ow, 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 where do we go? Oh, where do we go now? Ow. Where do we go? How do I make Rolando a moderator? Do I go to content? To the live stream. I am at the live stream. That? Nope. Is it? I did do content. Content, then live. Yeah, I'm in there. Still not finding it. Hover over today's live. Okay. Here it is. I'm hovering. Do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. No, not edit. Okay. We won't edit it. We are not editing, but we are hovering. I'm hovering. I'm circling. We are circling the live. Like beside the edit button. Is it? No. Beside the edit button. Beside the edit button. Edit title and description. That's not what he wants, I bet. Details. Slow down. Okay, we're slow. We are slow now. I've done it before, as I made Bill a moderator, and I've made Mike one, but I've never done it while I'm living. While I'm lively. While I'm livelying. So, not the 3 dots. Okay. There's the not it. 1, 2, 3. Not it! See 4 icons. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do I want this live in the control room? Edit analytics and studies. Okay. Studio. I'm in studio. See that? That says studio. There's analytics. I don't think that's right. View live in control room. There's Rolando. Add as moderator. But ding a beehahoo. Loo-da dee 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 da doo. Shada bing. Shada boo. Well, that wasn't so hard. Why don't you just say that? And make me do all this crap. Now he's screaming at the TV again. Rolando, say something so I can see that beautiful wrench by your name. Finally. God damn. There we go. Yay! We did it. You have been knighted, sir. You are knighted in the kingdom of Jonezer. And see, you guys saw it live. You saw it. He tried to teach me, and I failed to learn. And I still don't know how to do it. So if I wanted to, like, make someone else a moderator, he'd have to show me all over again. Because I have the mind like a baby fish, you know. I just forget things. That is funny as shit. Yes, it is. I would hit everything around it, but not it. You've been talking to my wife. Oh, shots fired. You're a plumber for Jonezer now, Rolando. Yes, you are. You can fix my problems, or at least the ones that... What in the heck? Universal, crazy, durable, big muscle. Yes. I have the power. I'm sorry, folks, but I need to click on this. So we have the anatomically correct Ken doll here. With big neck. In case you guys are looking... Ooh, I think he's gifted by the size of the blur mark on this. Oh, you can't see his crack either. Kind of a shame. Interesting. So in case y'all want one of these, we got the Universal Crazy Durable Big Muscle 1/6 scale body guy with penis. Nice. Nice. See, I knew window shopping would be fun. I find all the cool stuff. Rolando, get ready to fix his toilets. Well, you know, it's time to take a crap on company dime. Because we're getting paid to poop, getting paid to wipe. Best 45 minutes of my life. Absolutely. We got, Godzilla. We have to watch this. Ooh, I don't know. Am I going to get got for this? Guess we're going to find out. Ooh. Nice. Alright, I better not show too much of that, because I don't know if it'll get me. I don't want to be getting gottened. I was getting gottened before. And I see these cartoon collection ones here, too. People are into these, and I passed on them, and now I'm kind of wishing I didn't pass on them, because they look really cool, and now I want one. But I guess also I don't need that. J80 Hobbies. Yes, get his link up. Jay is awesome. He is, yeah, Rolando, you are doing God's work here. Anybody, if you're not subscribed to any of these people, please do that. Remember your first job as a teen, those toilets were used for extra break time. Yep, I suppose they was. I didn't realize J80 was here. And he is. How did I miss you, Jay? I was probably being distracted trying to turn Rolando into a knight of the round table here. That was what was happening. So, very, very cool. I liked this Skeletor, right? Like, I seen this picture. I've seen this before. I liked it. Like, I liked it. So then I clicked on it. And I went $230 for this Skeletor. I mean, I liked it, but it's a Mondo. That's why. I mean, he's cool. I liked it. I don't know if I $230 liked it. But, I mean, you do get some stuff. I'm trying to skip ahead to the part where they show all the stuff it comes with, because I'm sure it's $230 worth. Oh, what in the... We got to go back to that. That's just wrong. There we go. So this is what I get for my $230. Yeah, I'm going to have to say no thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you. Well, folks, I think I am going to... Oh, he bought this merman and he loves it. Yes, the animated one. Yeah, I need to get that. Everybody's saying hi. Well, I've been at it here for about a good hour 40 minutes or so. I got the dogs barking again and got to get the little dinner in my gut, talk to the wife. So I do think I'm going to close things out here. If you like the video, like it. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. I'm going to be jumping back on some point again this week, playing some Phasmophobia, and we will be getting into that. But it's been fun. Love you guys. Thanks for helping me out, supporting the channel, and goofing around, talking geek with me. Jonezer out.